Sie hören Sport und Musik.
Das Spiel ist aus! Deutschland ist Weltmeister!
Mario Götze! Mario Götze!
Tonight, whether you call it football, or soccer, a German American and a German in America dare to call it Fußball. German Fußball from an American point of view. Let's add some buns to that hamburger and join them for the Schnitzel Boys Deutschland Hour.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Hello.
12
Good
days.
evening.
Hello, Bjorn. Guten Abend. How are you? How was your weekend? Exhausting? A lot of skiing?
My weekend was great. I finished ski instructor training.
Hell yeah.
Hell
you are
yeah.
now a certified ski instructor. So tell me, how do I turn, for crying out loud?
How do I turn? You make a wedge, man.
A wedge. And then how do I go to the right? Just lean to the right?
A pizza.
Well,
a Schnee. See, this is one thing I learned doing this training. You know, when I learned to ski in Germany, they would talk about the Schneeflug, the snowplow, and I thought, and here in America, when my children learned, they talk about the pizza, wedge,
and French fry, right?
Pizza and French fry, and I thought the pizza was just another word for the snowplow. But it's not. There's a difference. The snowplow, the wedge is more gentle. The snowplow is a more really defensive move where you really dig in.
Snowplow is about pushing against the snow.
Yeah.
And wedge isn't about that. Wedge is
is more of a gliding with control. Yeah. So
what's the difference? What is it because the snowplow is because skis were less safe back then or something? Or what? Why is there a difference?
Why? I don't know. It's just
Germans are like, you can't go this
perhaps
fast.
Just a cultural difference. Yeah, I don't know.
This ain't the Autobahn. You need to slow down on those slopes.
Safety first. Yeah, with Germans, like safety first. You dig in and then you almost not move at all, and then you move a little bit.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking
whereas
about.
The wedge is more of a gliding wedge, and then if you wedge more on one side than the other side, then you turn.
Excellent. That's when I went skiing last year, which I haven't done in like 30 years. Not that long, but last year was the first time I went in like 20 years. Maybe 15. I don't even know how old I am anymore. Let's say 20. And in principle, I kind of understood what was going on. But then when I was going down that ski slope, I was like, I'm turning right because mentally I wanted to turn right. It was like that Ouija board feeling where I must have not felt my body do anything, but I was going right, even though the body was definitely doing something. But then it was like, now time to go left. I just kept going right. I'm like, let's go left. And I was just like, I'm not going left. I'm going right more. It's like a thing where I still don't. Sometimes I can control it, but sometimes I cannot.
It's, this is also typical. We all have one side where it's easier than the other. We always have one side that we really want to turn to, and the other side is more of a struggle. That is not unusual. The thing about
left is a struggle.
The thing about skiing is that for such a niche activity, people just have a lot of strong opinions. Like in the skiing community, people have like people have it's like Shakespearean, whether how to teach it or what the mechanics are exactly. There's enormous dispute between different people. There's like the official version that the Ski Instructor Association teaches. Then there's some renegade people who are like, this is all terrible. And so it's surprising how little agreement there is as to how it works and how to teach it. So you're not alone. You're not alone in your confusion.
Well, I would love to bring up a story. I'm trying to find this guy's name. No, man, what's his name? Anyway, I was talking to another Stefan the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. This might be this. And him and I were both agreeing that Germans are autistic for the most part. Just in Germany.
What?
Just the culture of Germans. Like, you know how you live in a culture we all share? It's a gene pool. Culture's just different gene pools, And autism lives in a gene pool. And I think Germans as a culture just have autism written in their gene pool. A lot of them don't realize this,
Oh,
but that's my theory. It has no scientific backing. I'm just
okay.
talking.
I feel like
However, I wanted
people throw that word around a little too
right. Well, autism is a
generously.
spectrum. It's a thing.
Right.
There was this guy in New York.
Everybody's on the
His-
spectrum these days.
Yeah, I hope I'm on a spectrum. Better be. If I'm not on the spectrum, oh boy, do I have questions? It better be somewhere on that spectrum. Anyway,
It's a
there was
wide
a
spectrum.
case. It better be. There was a case a few years ago of this autistic guy in New York who loved driving the subway, and he would always hijack the subway train just to drive the train.
That's
And
a
the people
thing,
on the
right?
train wouldn't know.
That's a thing with trains and autistic people, right? Yeah.
Trains. And I'm about to get into skiing too. And like the people on the train wouldn't know because he did such a good job, likely better than the actual professional drivers. But they kept catching him and like fining him. And I'm like, FFS, hire the guy, give him
Yeah,
a
just
job.
let him
Like, let him
do his
ride the
thing.
rails. He's probably really good at it. But anyway, there's a story of a guy. Let me see if this is his name. No, it's a fake.
All right.
Anyway, there's a guy who was a German soldier. He was from Germany. He's from Pittsburgh or one of those places. And he loved skiing. He just skied every day. Freaking loved skiing. And he was part of the ski troops or whatever. Germany had ski troops or whatever.
Yeah. A lot of countries did.
Yeah, and then he was caught by America. I guess he was a POW, so he was in one of the American POW camps in New Mexico or one of those places. And he escaped the POW camp one night. And he literally lived undetected in the United States from the 40s through till he was finally found out in the 80s. He literally lived in the United States till the rest of his life. I think he died in the 90s.
He had a good run.
He had a great run. And you know what he did his entire life?
Ski instructor?
He was a ski instructor. He's a ski instructor in Colorado. All he wanted to do was ski. He just skied. He skied before the war. He skied during the war, and then he escaped capture and his identity and lived a false identity for like 50 years just to keep skiing. Just skied. All he wanted to do was ski. I think he had a fake name. He proposes. He doesn't speak German anymore. He called his sister on the phone after 50 years of not seeing her again after it all came out. He wrote a book about it.
Amazing.
But all he wanted to do was ski.
All he wanted to do ski. There's a similar tale of somebody, I don't know. This was also in New Mexico. It was some kid, and he lived a life of privilege. He was born into a pretty wealthy family, but he also loved to ski. And then he was like a lifty for a while. He worked the ski resort. He was a ski bum for some years. And then he decided, well, there's got to be more to life than this. And I think he ran for office or he started a business. He did all these things and did that for like 10 years or so. And then he was like, all right, yeah, no, this is not it. And he went back to being a ski bum. He was like, this was the best thing. This was the best thing to begin with. I'm gonna return.
Good for him. This. By the way, I did find this man. His name was Georg Gärtner.
Okay.
Georg Gärtner died in 2013, born in 1920. He took on a new identity as Dennis Wiles and spent 40 years in the United States as a man named Dennis Wiles. Good for him. But that reminds me of a book my dad once read many, many years ago, what you just said, about like, he read some book about the difference between Americans and Mexicans or something, like a business book. And then there's like a fake conversation in the book about this American businessman who's like venture capitalist, let's call him. And he's in Mexico and Puerto Vallarta, one of those places, on this little fishing boat with this Mexican fisherman. And the Mexican fisherman just catches 1 fish a day or something for himself. And he's like, you should catch 10 fish a day. And he's like, oh, yeah, then what would I do? So then you sell it. He's like, then what would I do? Then you expand it. Then what would I do? And his venture capitalist keeps explaining the American business mentality. He's like, and then you make $1 million and you sell it for a fortune and ba. He's like, and then what do you do? He's like, and then when you're retired, a little nest egg, you move to a small town in Mexico, get yourself a little boat, and just spend the rest of your days fishing.
You know,
And next to dude's just like, what do you think I'm doing now, jerk off?
all right.
It's like, I'm doing that. They're like, no thing. I'll skip that middle part. I'll just keep doing the end part.
I'm already doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, good for him.
Good for him.
And sounds like that's where you're headed.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I mean, it's definitely very appealing, the whole culture of
Real quick, I've said this before, but when I spent time in Big Sky, Montana, one of my favorite little places, what is their term for a ski bump? You remember?
I don't remember.
They call them dirtbags.
Dirtbags, right. I mean, that's the general. But not every ski bum's a dirtbag. I think there is.
What's the difference between dirtbag and a ski bum?
Well, I mean, a ski bum is a dirtbag with money.
Oh, really? I think the dirtbag rules are you're the first on the mountain, and you're not allowed to get off the mountain until like the patrol follows you down, right? And
yeah, there's a
the
lot
all
of.
day.
I mean, you see a lot of people staying in vans or like going around. Like it's definitely a thing. People
So
feel
ski bumps have
about.
a chalet, dirtbags have a van. That's the difference.
I think there is a there's a range. I think there's a lot of I think I don't know. Dirtbag also implies younger person, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, is there fluid? It's something that attracts that people feel strongly about, and they like to do it, they like to talk about it. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm moving in that direction. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still
I hope you become a dirtbag. I hope you sell your house, get a van. You leave your family behind. And just live out of that van skiing every day and be like, I used to have a life once. You want to hear a funny German American thing?
Please.
So there was this commercial about this guy having a man cave, right? And the woman in the backyard had a she shed.
Okay.
It was some credit card commercial from last Christmas or something.
Right.
Or something. She shed is a typical hip new term. A she shed is a private little shed in the back, usually with yoga classes or whatever. Right? We know what a she shed is.
I almost bought a she shed.
for the missus?
Well, anyway, this is, at some point we were considering buying a tiny house.
Right.
And then in the process of that, my wife
They're more expensive than a regular size
requested a she shed, an adjacent she shed. She was like, what if I just really need to get out of there for a minute?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I love the idea of a tiny house, but they're expensive. I'm like, just buy a real house.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's where we landed in the end as well. My daughter actually, she looked around. She said, "I don't think we're tiny house people, Dad."
Right,
and she was right.
I know.
We're all pretty tall.
I don't think anybody's a tiny house person. I think it's just a thing that
I don't know. I disagree. I think there is something. It is appealing. I think it's nice to make do with smaller spaces. I think it's also more economical in the wintertime. You don't have to heat as much. Like there's an appeal also to the simplicity, but in the scheme of things, you're right, because it's I mean, real estate
is temporary at most.
Measured.
People take it.
Real estate is measured, in square feet. So proportionately, it is expensive. So
also the challenges of tiny homeism, which I've looked at many times, is most counties don't allow them. So it's like you have to find places where they're allowed to go.
Oh, in Vermont, you don't have that problem. You can do whatever you want. You can build a yurt in Vermont.
Oh yeah, you should have. But anyway, back to my German American thing. So my dad is sitting there. My dad is German.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom is like, what is a she shed? Because, they're a little older.
Oh, she didn't know.
Yeah. My dad, without missing a beat, he's like, it's a shed that you could go skiing in. That's just what he thought.
Oh, she shed.
Because he still hears things in German. I'm like, we're in America. Why would that woman... Why would that be a ski shed?
How do you ski in a shed?
I know, or just he thought it was like a ski chalet.
Gotta be a big shed.
Well, he thought it was. He
like
thought
a ski house.
Like a ski house, And I was like, Papa, this is an American commercial. This is America. Why would they say she shit? No. I had to explain to them what it was and blew their mind. But anyway, so that's just a funny thing. My dad just watched this commercial being like, yep, Americans in their she shed, Emma.
Mhm.
Well,
anyway, it's also there's a it's a similar difference between a cabin and a cottage. What's the difference between a cabin and a cottage? It's just cabin is more masculine coded, cottage is more feminine coded. It's really the only difference. Yeah,
interesting. You know what's funny? Cottage feels like it has a well up front. Cabin does not have a well up front.
A cottage has a well up front.
Yeah, like an old school, like 1800s old school well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm allowed to make this stuff up, right? It doesn't matter.
Listen, this is our podcast. Who's going to stop us?
What's a cabin in a chalet? What's just a cabin in a chalet? Is what I want to know.
Well, a chalet is bigger than a cabin, no?
Is it? I don't know.
A chalet sounds big to me.
I think it's just a French word for cabin.
I have some architect friends, and you can talk about these things with them a long time.
I can't wait for that conversation. Listen, we had Deutsches Fußball over the weekend. I actually do have another segment I want to introduce. I'm a little giddy because we are very close to Christmas, and this weekend is the last weekend of Deutsches Fußball before the Christmas break. So we are winding down. Bayern München dropped 2 points again. Mainz held them to a 2-2 draw.
Mainz, pretty unlucky though. It was the XG was like 4.5 to 0.8.
I'm always looking up the XG. You know me, man. I'm a big XG guy.
I know you're not, but I mean, it's like, it's just sometimes when you don't watch a game, like I didn't watch that game, it definitely gives you a little sense of what actually happened there. Because it's like Bayern, Mainz are dead last in the table. Right. Bayern have not dropped many points this season. So you're like, what happened there? And then you look at the XG and
I'll give you more than XG. I got the thing up. It's 4.19 versus 0.95 XG.
Okay, so
Bayern München had 983 passes completed at 91% accuracy. Mainz had 169 passes completed with 60% accuracy. Manu Neuer's pass efficiency was twice that of Sano. Gnabry's pass efficiency was 6 times that of Kasper Podolski. Bishop was,
so in a word, it was just one of those things.
11 shots on target versus 2 shots on target. I mean, freaking, you know who they're comparing to Harry Kane here? Leonard Maloney, man, the forgotten American. Leonard Maloney is being compared to Joshua Kimmich and Harry Kane. Well, Leonard Maloney ran a little more than Joshua Kimmich, but he had vastly less touches than Harry Kane. Well, anyway, 2-2. Good on you, Minza. Well done.
Still in last place. This could be one of those things like Bochum last season, where they beat Dortmund and Bayern, but still got relegated. And this could be also one of those footnotes for Mainz. Well, we got a point in Munich. Well, doesn't matter. There's only one. Only good for one.
Yeah, but we lost to Heidenheim 5-0.
Yeah.
Stuttgart nailed Werder Bremen 4-0. BVB held 1-1 to a draw in Freiburg. Leverkusen beat Köln in the Kölner Derby, Kölner Duell, 2-0. Hoffenheim, their good season continuing with a 4-1 win over Hamburg. St. Pauli featuring Jimmy Sands got 2-1 win over Heidenheim. And here's a big one for the Americans. We had Joe Scally with, I believe, a full 90, and Gio Reyna with 57 minutes. Gio Reyna, by the way, he's on our cover this week. Gio Reyna has finally been getting some starts. Gio Reyna got some really good praise from the coach that he's been practicing really well and recovering really well. So the Gio Reyna thing is finally starting to happen.
Really well, good for him.
What? Say that again?
He was recovering really well, you said?
Well, he just said he's been training really well. Isn't that part of it? I don't know. He had an
injury. I thought you said recovering. Oh, from his injury. Okay.
From his injuries.
That's the best thing you can say about a player. He's really good at recovery.
It's okay. Like, we keep losing the ball, and he's the first one who gets it back.
He's the first one. He's like, he sucks in these games, but boy, the next day on the massage table, he just excels. Just recovers like nobody's business. He's just ready to go again.
It's like his muscles put forth no effort the day before.
Like, no, he just pops right back up. Could throw him out there again. He'll still be terrible, but then immediately recovers.
His body is relaxed. No, that's not that's not what I meant.
I understand.
But anyway, Wolfsburg did beat Gladbach 3-1, though. Surprise.
Yeah,
Wolfsburg
despite
got a
all those
1-0.
minutes, they still lost at
Yeah,
home.
well.
Lost at home to a not a good team.
Wolfsburg. The team you get tickets to. Eintracht Frankfurt won 1-0 at home against Augsburg, featuring Noah Kai Banks at the center back role for a full 90. We should be keeping an eye on Noah Kai Banks for the summer. And then Union Berlin got 3-1 over Leipzig. The DDR duel. And Union Berlin, the Eisner Union, ended up the victors over RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
So there you go. Crazy weekend. One weekend left till the.
This was a big big game for Jimmy Sands because St. Pauli were struggling and they're still in a relegation spot, but this was a must win for them at home against Heidenheim because what's going to happen to Jimmy Sands? He's on a loaner. He wants to stay in Europe, but St. Pauli not going to buy him. Certainly not if they go down. So
yeah,
he's got to either keep them in and hope they want to keep him, or entice another team to take him on because he doesn't want to come back to New York's the word on the street.
Well, he's an exotic foreigner in the Bundesliga. He's American. I'm sure he's got some sort of value.
I don't think Jimmy Sands. No one has ever thought of Jimmy Sands as exotic. I don't think.
Well, in Germany, Americans have a cachet because they keep getting gigs there, even though the performances are mixed at best. All right, so according to Bundesliga.com,
speaking
the man of the match is, quote unquote, due to technical issues, the man of the match vote could not be carried out as usual. The editorial choice was Martin Kjars, who was decisive with 2 goals. So unfortunately, due to technical errors, there was no man of the match. I just thought that was funny. So I'm read that out. You were saying, I interrupted.
We could not decide. I was just thinking apropos Americans cachet in Europe. I was going to bring up Wilfried Nancy, who was in Celtic, and he got.
Oh right, that's right. We missed that. Good for him. I told you. Didn't I tell you that Celtic is an American coach?
That what?
Didn't I say Celtic going to go MLS? Go MLS.
They did go MLS, and they threw him into the fire. Interim manager Martin O'Neill had a very good run and won most of his games, and then he stepped back for Wilfried Nancy, and he had 3 games he had to play against Hearts in the league, who are in first place. Celtic were behind them. That was at home, and then they had Roma at home in the Europa League, and then they had the cup final at St. Mirren this Sunday, and Celtic lost all 3 of those games. And so
Fabrizio Romano issues Wilfried Nancy's Celtic sack update after League Cup final loss. He was just hired and is already talking sack.
He's been
good, man.
He's been there for a week. They're already ready to get rid of him. Oh, what does Fab Romano say? Is he out already?
No, Wilfried Nancy. No, it's kind of a stupid art. This is from GiveMeSport.com, so it's with limited. I really don't know the reputation of this.
Isn't that Tom Hogarth's website? Or
no, it's a guy, Laurinus Poikus, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, Fab Romano. Anyway, Wilfried Nancy is not yet under pressure at Celtic following a winless start to life at the club. Fab Romano has revealed in his exclusive Give Me Sport newsletter. The Hoops fell to a 3-1 loss to St. Mirren in the Scottish League Cup final on Sunday, which is not good. Despite dominating possession, attempting more shots, and Celtic never took the best. Wilfried Nancy not yet under pressure at Celtic seems to be.
Okay.
Celtic planned to back Nancy in January, but the backing of the board is usually step 1. So the fact that you're backing the board 3 games in is not good.
Well, the board is, there's lots of trouble at Celtic. The board is under fire. People don't feel good about it. The fans are upset. This is not helping. So, and then Wilfried Nancy says in an interview that he doesn't care about results. Why would you ever say that? Why would you ever say that? why would you ever say that publicly? Doesn't matter if
Protect-
you're
not getting results.
Celtic or whatever your team is. Why would you say I don't care about results?
Because
it's
Bjorn,
not a good thing to say.
you've got two options. If he said I care about results, that means he's doing really, really bad because his results are bad. So to protect himself, he's like, I don't care about results. I care about how we play. And that's a great thing to say if you're losing, but don't want to lose your job. So I understand the psychology of it. But of course, especially Celtic. Now, maybe I've said this before, but I think anybody could coach Celtic and lead them to a title. I mean,
apparently not. Apparently, Wilfried Nancy is testing that theory.
He's Jürgen Klinsmanning Bayern right now. That's what he's doing. He's as Klinsmann is to Bayern, Nancy is to Celtic, I guess.
Well, the current Celtic squad is not as invincible as they used to be. They have a lot of injuries. There's some. I mean, this is also what this is the what's that?
Compared to St. Mirren?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. So anyway, Wilfried is struggling. I mean, it's funny because in MLS you could do no wrong. Everybody's he's the greatest coach that to ever. I mean, all these superlatives, which I don't know.
I thought he was very good.
Yeah, he was fine, but like he was a lot, like he was really good when Cucho Hernandez was playing for him, and when he left, then everything. It's like, yeah. Anyway,
however, what I will say is there's a lot of pressure on him, and I do wish him the best because this is big for all of MLS. He doesn't just represent himself; he represents MLS coaching. It makes sense on paper. If I'm the Celtic board, it makes sense on paper to hire a successful MLS coach because MLS, the league of parity, just to win titles in MLS, it doesn't dictate how good you are at buying players for the most part, with a big notable exception this year, obviously, with the players who won it this year. But for the players who won it last year and the year before, the coach who leads to a title is a coachy coach. It's not about the players he hired to solve his problems. It's about him getting the best of the players he had. And it's also getting the best of the players you have against 29 other teams who have identical rosters than you, right? So in spirit, hiring a successful MLS coach makes a lot of sense for a club like Celtic, don't you think, on paper?
Yes, maybe. I mean, I think like everything that you need to look into it a little more closely. I think Wilfried's always he's been a systems first kind of guy for sure, and so I guess that kind of can help you in MLS when you have some weak links maybe in your squad, and if you have a strong tactical
that makes more sense now too, because
but on the other hand, in Celtic where you in Scotland where you have where Celtic always have a talent advantage against their rivals in the league, to then come in the middle of the season and do this like enormous system switch with no time to prepare is very risky, and it's not working out in the short term.
Well, if they give him time, which deserves, if he's doing a system switch. What I will say is that for a club like Celtic, on paper, it also makes sense because that might give them a stronger advantage in the Champions League, which is probably by far their main source of revenue these days, versus the Scottish League, which, again, they should be able to play any system and get through that league because they have that talent advantage you speak of. So the system doesn't need to serve them domestically. It needs to serve them continentally. It needs to serve them down on the continent when they play those European games against Dortmund and the like. But anywho,
we'll see how it goes. The Scottish fans are not impressed with his iPads on the bench, and he has these like battleship looking boards with magnets, and he kept calling Captain Conor McGregor over many times and yelled at him. He's a veteran. I don't know. You will see. We'll see how it turns out.
He kept saying he's a big fan of McDonald's, so he decided to go to Scotland.
It's not going well.
People didn't like that. Well, there you go. Bjorn, I know we're not talking a lot about deutsches Fußball, unless you have something big to say. Neuer's injured. Neuer's verletzt. Neuer hat sich verletzt. He's out through the wintertime.
You have a
So
new
one round left.
Yep.
I want to introduce. I went to the Deutsche Weihnachtsmarkt today.
Ooh. Oh, we're gonna.
It's Christmas time now. I don't have access to my drops.
Oh,
We
we're
had an
gonna
old
talk
segment
Quatsching
called "Quatsching About Nash."
about Nosh.
Yeah, I can see by your face you're really excited about this next sequence. So I'm going to start by a little something here, because this is a German culture podcast. We are Americans who we put buns on the hamburger. Okay, I'm about to put
That's
some
right.
buns on this hamburger. So I did a little research in my German class, and it turns out there are a lot of different types of Mozart Kugeln, but there's one original Mozart Kugel that most people don't know about. And you can't buy it in the United States. You have to buy it in Europe. I bought it in Europe. I sent it to my sister in London. She flew to Florida, where I flew from California to Florida. I grabbed it from her, and then from Florida, I flew here to California. So I have my own private. I'll grab this stuff here. My private channels. We have here the original Mozart Kugel from Konditorei Fürst in Salzburg.
Wow.
Fürst is
So this
the grandson of the
Austrian.
inventor.
This is not German. It's Austrian.
It's Austrian because Mozart is Austrian. Mozart Kugel comes from Salzburg.
And this comes from Salzburg, which also is in Austria.
Which is also in Austria. Okay. Well, I get what you say. This is the beginning. It's okay. This is the beginning. I just want to introduce my Quatsching about Notch. This is the original from Konditorei Fürst. Original Mozart Kugel. I taste tested this versus Reber and versus Mirabelle. Reber is the one everyone knows. Reber is the one you see in the stores, right? That's German. Mirabelle also German. Are you happy, Bjorn? And I'll say this first one I thought was the strongest of the three. So I'm an original Mozart Kugel boy now.
So what's in there?
It's just a little Mozart Kugel. It's a little chocolate ball, and you cut it in half. I only have one left here. You cut it in half, and it's got a lot of nougat in there, a little marzipan. It's I mean, how do you describe?
That's why it has Mars. I'm not a fan. I'm not a marzipan.
This one is light on the marzipan, though.
Oh, that's good. That would be a plus.
I think Reber is heavier on the marzipan. I think.
Send me that last one.
I will. I'll send to you. Sure.
No,
I will.
You're not going to.
I will. Challenge accepted. Or how about this? If I get another batch from Austria, I'll send you a batch. How about that? Do it that way.
I just want one.
However
you want to do it.
We don't ship it to the United States. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I went to the Weihnachtsmarkt today, and I bought all sorts of goodies.
The Weihnachtsmarkt in Los Angeles. What do they call it? They call it the Christmas market.
Christkindlmarkt in Old World Village in Huntington Beach, California.
Oh.
So first and foremost, you hate this. I love this. This is my favorite chocolatier in Germany, Nita Ecke. How do you clarify this? Nita Ecke, Lübeck, marzipan.
Oh, more marzipan. Yeah. Ooh, I don't like
Old school. I'll set this aside. But they had so many new flavors. Let's start with this one. Good. Name of that.
What does that say?
You see that?
What is that? Apple? Orange marzipan. Ugh!
Orange marzipan.
That doesn't sound good at all to me.
Well, there's only one way to find out. And with tariffs, this was quite an expensive trip I took. And then check this one out. Because I got the Christmas spirit. What do we got here?
What does that say?
Clarify.
Rum grape, Rumtraube.
Rum grape marzipan. What do you think? It's not doing it's got a little bit of rum here with grapes on it. All right. That's not floating your boat.
You gotta have something good in there. You gotta have something I want.
Old school snacks.
What was that?
That was just marzipan, but smaller. Orange marzipan, which I bought some for myself. But this is a different brand. This is Lindt. Lindt makes marzipan.
Lindt I like. Oh, but they make marzipan. Ugh.
More orange marzipan, but this time it's a Lindt.
Lindt chocolate. Thumbs up. Marzipan. Thumbs down.
Oh, this floats your boat.
Pflaume. No.
Nuss
like that even
caramel.
less.
Pflaume with nuss
Nuss.
caramel.
Mm.
All right,
So-
that. Now, granted, I only bought these because they were new. I didn't buy these because I thought they would taste good. And then, let's see what this is. This is probably your least favorite one.
What do we got there? Edel. Oh, this is like just premium.
I don't know.
Special?
What is Edel?
Edel just means like premium, special.
And then this is stuff I remember from when I was a kid. Remember these little things? These little ladybug chocolates?
No. Oh
No,
yeah.
mine was more of
Oh, these are
ladybug
just
chocolates.
chocolates. Those are good.
Yeah, it's chocolates. And also, I had a type of marzipan
Zero
already ate.
marzipan.
And then I bought one of those little bottles, those little liqueur bottles I already ate, so I can't show it. You know,
How
those
do
things
they
where you
sell?
dip it
How
with
do
the
they
whole
sell
thing?
so much chocolate at the Christmas market in LA? Doesn't it all melt? It's hot out there, no?
Well, I show up pretty much. And then I also bought some Ritter Sport, the nougat
Ooh,
variety.
see, there you
The
go.
nougat.
Now you're talking. Now you're speaking my language.
That's still in my kitchen.
Rittersport.
So I don't have a. But it's the
Quadratisch,
nougat.
praktisch gut.
Yeah, I love Ritter Sport. They had all the flavors. They had Honig and blah blah blah. They had, you know what they had? They had a new one this year. They had a lemon bar. They had the Ritter Sport lemon. Is that interesting? I did not buy it.
No,
I
that's
bought the
not-
nougat variety, which is my favorite. And then another thing they had, which I didn't buy, was called Wiener Nougat, which is funny to see in English. I guess they had a whole Faser aisle. They had a whole Lübecker Matzi. They had a whole Nürnberger Lebkuchen aisle. They had a bunch of stuff. As you see, I went heavy on my favorite, the marzipan.
Ah.
I give most of these out as Christmas gifts. I eat some of it for snacks.
I
did my Christmas shopping.
I've been working on a show for Mr. Beast, so I've been getting Feastables. I've been eating hazelnut Feastables. Those are pretty good, actually.
I've been seeing them at 7-Eleven, and I mentioned them to you, and you knew exactly what I was talking about.
They're pretty toast. They're pretty tasty. I got some free samples, and
what is a Feastable? What is a Feastable?
it's just chocolate.
You know what I'm going to eat right now on the pod? Orange marzipan.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I mean,
Violin.
that's the one that I would try last. All right, let's do it live. Let's do it live. Let's get this over with.
And Lindt is Swiss, by the way, aren't they? You want to beat me up
I
for
believe
having the
so,
Austrian
yeah.
ones? Okay. I think Lindt is from
I
Zurich.
wasn't beating you up. I'm just, just sort of providing
up.
context. This is really, I mean, I was very supportive of this segment. Oh, okay, there it is.
Orange marzipan from
Oh,
Lindt aus Zurich.
Couldn't pay me to take a bite of that.
Yeah, dude. It's exactly what I assumed it would be. You know what it tastes like?
It tastes like
Tastes like-
marzipan and orange.
No, it tastes like a Jaffa cake.
Like a what?
Now, here's another update. In Deutschland, they're called Pimsküche. Pimskuchen. You know what a Pimps is? Pimsküche?
Nope.
They're from the English Jaffa cake. And according to my sister, in Germany, groceries just call them Jaffa cakes now. There's a little cakes that have a little orange in the middle of, chocolate up top, orange in the middle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't like those either.
It tastes like a Jaffa cake, and I love it. It tastes exactly like I thought it would. This is delicious, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. This is delicious. Kidding me?
I'm glad
If
you're
you're listening,
enjoying
you're
it.
taking another bite.
I'm so
Orange
happy.
marzipan from Lindt.
I'm very happy for you.
Well, there you go. That was our segment. Quatschen about Nash.
About Nash. Quatschen about Nash.
I also bought two new jars of curry sauce.
Ooh.
One
Again,
from Hela.
I'm much more interested in that. I still have one of those.
It has the 120-year anniversary sticker on it. And then I bought one.
Oh, it's
from Heinz.
100. It's been aged. It says aged for 120 years. It's got to be really good then.
Yeah, like a good whiskey. I got 120-year-old curry sauce.
We went into the basement to dig up the old curry sauce barrel from the 19th century. And we're going to re-release it for the
pirate days. Yeah.
No
Now,
one.
I have issue with that. I have issue with that, by the way.
No one dared testing it. From
Curly sauce is only about 80 years old, so I think it's a Hela anniversary of Hela. They must have done something before. Curly
They
sauce.
did something before they pivoted.
Curly sauce,
They were
Curly sauce, I
doing
think, is
they
a-
were doing brooms. They were doing brooms and mobs, and that was just not going well. They just couldn't sell any of those. Everybody already has their broom, so it was like Forget it.
However,
we're gonna pivot to curry sauce.
I know the frustrated owner was at a bar at Kneipe being like, my business is going under, I tell you, it's going under. Meanwhile, in the corner of the bar, a guy cried, be like, there's nothing to put in my voice. My voice is so dry. Ugh, if only I had something. And then out on the street, an American dude holding tomatoes tripped over an Indian dude holding a bunch of curry. And the owner is like, guck mal, ich kann damit Soße machen.
Lecker.
Lecker, die Leckerei für deine Soße.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history, baby. That's how you do it. You got to pivot. I'm pivoting. You're pivoting. You're pivoting. Literally, you're wedging.
I'm wedging.
Ski instructing, and I'm wedging into being wedging. I'm getting out of my biz into another biz. Who knows what I'm wedging into, but I'm definitely wedging.
I don't know that I'm pivoting. I mean, I don't know. The ski instructor thing doesn't quite pay as well, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Follow your heart, Bjorn.
You have a new coach. You want to talk about that? Michael Bradley, official.
I was going to say, is it finally?
You have a new coach. We have a new sport director.
We talked about that last week, though.
Well, I just mentioned it. I didn't even say his name. Todd Donovan.
Yeah, wait a minute. From former Red Bull, Todd Donovan?
Yeah. Is he a former Red? Yeah, he played for the Red Bulls, right? He was.
He on the Red Bull forum. He was brought up as a former great. I don't remember him. I'm going to double check here. He's a longtime Galaxy player. Oh yeah,
he's a Sacramento Republic sport director.
He did really good with them. Yeah. He was at the Red Bulls in 06-07.
It's just an odd. It's an odd. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, it's a surprising hire, I would say, because he has nothing to do with CFG. They often, David Lee was from England, and so to hire a lower league American guy as a sport director, that's interesting. It's interesting. I'm interested.
It's like a Pim's cake. Oh, it's delicious. Orange marzipan is so good.
We're pivoting. This podcast is also pivoting to marzipan reactions. Mitch Stefan.
Okay, fine. Todd Donovan, it was great. Yeah, does City Football Group care about NYCFC anymore? No, they don't care. It's a backwater. All their money is
invested. What are you talking about? Have you looked lately on the drone footage of our stadium that's being built that now exists? You can see it. It looks like a stadium under construction.
That's what I'm saying. We're like, this is, how when you give your son a birthday present and it's the only thing he's going to get all year? This is your birthday present, but this is the only present you're getting all year. For NYCFC fans, like, here's a stadium. This is the only thing you're getting over the next 5 years is this stadium. So maybe we'll get an all DP.
So Todd Donovan is a placeholder. We made the Eastern Conference final, man. We've been doing
because on MLS you can on a budget.
Okay. Well, Justin Hack is gone as of today. We learned, or it's a rumor, it's not official, that
he's off to Celtic.
Negotiations have broken down between Justin Hack and NYCFC because he has better offers. He has better offers than what NYCFC is offering.
Let's do that right now. Hi, your latest contract offer is still a legal minimum wage. Can I make like $1 over legal minimum wage? I've been here a few years. I scored your only goal in the Eastern Conference final. Can I get more than $1? Like, I mean, can I get at least $17 an hour next year, or does that have to stay 16?
Wait, so you're who?
I'm Justin Hack. You're David Lee.
I'm David Lee. Well, David Lee supposedly said to him he's not an MLS starter, 34-game starter, but this year he was. He started every game. I mean, we're going to see where he ends up. If he goes to the championship or whatever, yeah, there's more money there. But it's like, is that really?
He's going to England, you think?
There was some talk of this.
Or we're talking USL championship.
No, this was the English championship, I believe. Middlesbrough, I think, were one of the teams that were talked about.
Well, good for him, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is always, it's always the question. I hope it works out for him. I mean, he is just perfect. He was perfect in Pascal Jansen's system. It's just a perfect fit. And, I don't know. Will he just succeed anywhere he goes? Yeah, to be determined. But I mean, if he can get more money elsewhere. Obviously, more power to him.
Maybe Todd Donovan will work his magic. Resign
Todd
him.
Donovan doesn't
Maybe they're
start
playing
until January 1st, so we don't really even know who he's talking to at this point. But yeah, TBD.
We're talking to Maxi Morales.
Maybe this is just his agent leaking this. I don't know. We
Right.
don't know. Maxi Morales might be back. Yeah, Maxi Morales supposedly will come
This is
back.
agent
for another
101. Be
year.
like, you pay my client more money, or he's going off to Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough's like, what are you talking about? We're not going to pay for his visa.
Justin who?
Justin who? What a hack! We got to pay. We can't pay for his visa. He came as a championship. This ain't the Prem. This is Brexit. I mean, we don't let Americans in without Nesta anymore, for crying out loud.
Okay.
Off to Bochum he goes. Justin Hack needs to go to Bochum. Man.
Oh, that'd be good. We take him. Well, though Bochum's doing well. Got another road point in Hannover. Timo Horn saved a penalty. Bochum's all right.
Bochum is all right.
I guess we've done it, huh?
Yeah.
Or you want to try another? You want to try another Marsman bar?
No, I would have brought the rest. All I have is my Rittersport nougat. I had an almond horn today that I bought.
Oh, see, you have
I
better
almost bought
stuff.
a Berliner.
You got better stuff.
Yeah, the only stuff I brought was the matzo. Everything else is either in my kitchen or I already ate it. Oh, I got 4 things of Landjäger to mean a lot of protein.
Ooh.
I had a Schaller and Weber salami stick, which was really good. I recommend that. I love Schaller and Weber.
The Europeans do that better. I have to have on my way back yesterday from Vermont. I was, I got a Slim Jim.
Yeah, no.
It's not the
I've been
same.
eating a lot of those lately.
I'm not like in
general.
In general, I'm not a everything's better in Europe guy.
Right.
Definitely not. But when it comes to dried meats,
yeah, I agree with you. But what I will say, I've been eating a lot of that at the grocery stores here. There's a brand called Little Landjäger, and I think also Jack Link's is a pretty good beef stick. They do American versions of beefies, and if I can help it, I go to a nicer place to get a Landjäger. Like Schaller and Weber probably make really good Landjäger on the Upper East Side. I have a couple places that make good Landjäger. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But no, you're right. Slim Jim, no.
Gas
and
station
the other
Slim
stuff,
Jim, unimpressive.
Now, Aldi sells a pretty good beef stick. No sugar, zero calorie beef.
Oh, I got to check that out. There's an Aldi in Rutland.
Yeah, check it out. There used to be an Aldi in Harlem. Is that shut down? Anyway, everybody, I'm sorry it was a little light. We're chilling. We're entering the holidays. We might enter a little bit of a next Monday night I'm unavailable.
Might be a bit of a hiatus, huh?
We might have a couple weeks off until the Bundesliga season kicks off again on January 9th.
Yeah.
So we do have one more week of games. But we'll see. You might not see us until the new year.
We'll just surprise you with our absence or not.
Lass uns sehen. Thanks for tuning in. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Frohe Weihnachten. Tschüss.
Frohe Weihnachten und tschüss.
Guten Rutsch.
Guten Rutsch.